Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kadash. Of course, give it the line of shit, other apostles and other bishops and great millstone who love. Peace and salutation to you back.
Yeah, you know, prophecies popping out the page. You know, give me Revelation 10. Living in some beautiful times. Prophecies popping out the page. You know, we the watchmen, we out here now. We out here. Prophesying the downfall from the king. Want me to get it real quick?
No, I got it. Yeah, this
yeah, because we had a more sure word of prophecy. So we're dealing with you know the men of GMS, you know, starting with our apostles, elders, and bishops on down. You know, we out here in the highways, in the byways, proclaiming the truth, man. And what is that? Our Lord names Yahweh, and His Son's name is Yahushai. And also, the second Exodus is upon us. You know, because the wolves are around, which are the chariots. They're making themselves known. I watched the video the other day where they showed basically a map of the United States and had red dots all over the country, signifying that every red dot that you saw, it was a chariot there. And more chariots are here in America than any other place in the world. See, the scriptures talk about they shall enter into the house of the thief. They say this is the curse that goes forth over the whole world, and they shall enter into the house of the thief. So they're here. Our lives are here, but they always been here. They say the angels of the Lord camped around about them and fear them and deliver them. So they've always been here, but they just manifested themselves. They can known, and they can't be unstoppable. Get that real quick?
Yeah, this Revelation chapter 19, and this is going to be verse 10. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High Yahweh, for the or testimony of Yahushai is the Rakah, Dabaq, or the spirit of prophecy.
Yeah, we have to be we the men of the Lord. We are in the spirit of prophecy. You say you believe in Yahushua, and you're supposed to be able to go into this book from Genesis to Revelation and basically speak of things that's going to happen and must shortly come to pass. You see, one of the things that's going to shortly come to pass that's manifesting itself right now are the chariots. Another thing is the M to the O to the T to the B. You see Jacob's trouble, pestilence, sedition amongst men, you know, race riots, class riots, Babylon falling in 1 hour. You see, it said dust with violence, so that great city be thrown down. And we're living in those times when we can about to witness the fall of our enemy who is Issachar-He. So it's a beautiful time to be alive right now. You know, you give me, go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, I got one quick precept. Well, no, go ahead.
Yeah, but you got it.
Yeah, this Jeremiah, I mean, it's like, this Isaiah chapter 40 and 1. It says, comfort ye my people, saith their power, speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished.
Yeah, because we out here in the highways and the byways, and we're speaking comfortably to our people, saying that our enemy Esau-Edom is about to be wiped off the face of the earth.
Yep.
See, his power is going to be wiped off the face of the earth, and you're going to have to serve slavery for 1,000 years. So that's speaking comfortable to our people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jerusalem.
Yep, and that's really with the elect, man. Because remember, for the rest of the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you know, this is a discomfort for them. A lot of Jake out here, Israelites, so-called Negroes, they Americans, you know, and Israelite foreigners, speckled birds. A lot of them, they don't actually want to hear the comfort that comes with the salvation, that comes to the end of this captivity. You know, of course, dwell, you know, places place, but this place is just all a fall. You know, we see it, like, we don't even gotta say, like, we like prophesying. It's happening right here. We prophesying, yes, but it's like event after event is going on. Like, you know, like they got birth pain after birth pain is hitting this place, you know? So, you know, it's amazing to see that and such, you know? So it says that our warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned. Right, and that's going to go for first with the elect. You know, it's going to be the elect that's going to get pardoned. You know, it's going to be found justified through Yahushua's blood, all right, that he covering over elect, and then ultimately the nation of Israel, you know, so-called nations I see in the Americas, and those that go back to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they will, of course, get the forgiveness, thanks to Yahweh Shah, you know, buying us back, you know, and the Lord having that ultimate mercy on us and pardon us through his son, and bring us back to him, you know. So it says, for she had received the Lord's hand double for all her sins. Right. Yeah, man.
And that is only right. You see what I'm saying? When we went off, the Lord put us into captivity for our iniquities and our abominations. So it's only right for this devil to go into captivity. He served a sentence for all his wickedness and his abominations. It's like, it's that's called justice.
Yeah, that's justice. Eye for eye, tooth for a tooth, man. Say when a man is in the hand, right, of another man, like he's stealing, you know, he shall surely be put to death, man. So, you know, these are the things that we know have to occur, you know, for what's been going down, you know, against us and children of Israel. Like, you got Jake over there, which you do guys like foreigners over there, Holy Land in Palestine and such, but you got Jake like Anna Marie, the singer, you know, she got that song, Why Don't We Fall in Love, you know, and you know, it's that one thing, you know, but she's sitting there advocating for so-called Palestine and stuff and the Hamas and the violence that's going down. But she ain't going up for her own self, her own people. You don't see all this violence going down with us and stuff, man. You just got a dude that got off for choking another Jake. Like, he holding the choke like 5 minutes or more and stuff. Like, what is going on? You know, the constant, like I just was on the damn train, you got Jake, they just threw, oh man, I'm about to get off at Somerset, I need to get me a shot. I'm like, damn, like Jake, cause Jake is, they don't know how to really keep themselves afloat, because they don't have the Holy Spirit on them. So we got that comfort. You know, how do we comfort ourselves? Through the scriptures. It says, this is my comfort in my affliction. And that's through the comfort of the scriptures, which of the word of Yahweh shine. Yep, so, it says, this is Isaiah chapter 40 and 1. It says, the voice of him that cried in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord Yahweh, make straight in the desert the highway for our power, man. You know, and that's what, of course, you know, you got foreshadowing with John the Baptist and such, you know, being a forerunner, of course, for Yahweh Shai, you know, which is beautiful, okay? And it says, every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill shall be made low. All right? And that's dealing with, of course, the mountains and governments. And what you don't understand is that the government of the elect, the elect government of the nation of Israel is going to be lifted up, starting with the Lord's name. You know, we out here right now still, you know, diligently out here, regardless of the car, the cold, you know, the different elements we got to deal with, the different hardships we got to deal with, we still pushing it. We getting stronger in the spirit. You know, like, you know, you be out here, but the spirit can make you hot, you know, or fire, you know? So it says again, it says, and the hill shall be made low, and that's Esau. You know, his hill, his government is being brought low. And you can see it, like, look at right now with all the different officials. They sitting there, look right there, making a big political theater about what is these things? Can we shoot them down? What can we do? You know, they sitting there just like, it's just a bunch of confusion and stuff, and it's just like they know what it is, and then it's like we know what it is, but they don't want to say it, you know, because that's how Esau is. He being a proud man and such, being also a witch, you know, pushing the deviation of the people. You know, I seen a video of apparently a drone, somebody, a chair actually shot it down. What we're talking about, a chair, which is an angel of the Lord being within that vehicle, shot down one of them drones. The drone was on the ground, and the people was sitting there recording it. They like was scared to go outside. They wouldn't even go outside. They're like, man, I ain't going nowhere near that drone. And you know, you got the woman there. It was like 2 Edomites and stuff. And like their kids was in there. He's like, babe, no, stay away from it. Yo, they don't even go. So like, not only the people are scared of what's coming, you know? Like we was going on to like last week where we saying like, don't be dismayed of the signs of heaven, right? You know, so, you know, for the heathen, they're dismayed at it. So it's like when we see Like, I'm like, damn, well, we know that's not a chariot that got shot down. You can't shoot
That's
down an
right.
angel, right? So we're like, well, that's Esau's technology right there. Simple as that. We would go outside. I mean, if we wanted to go outside in the spirit, you know? But, you know, we're going to start to see these answers and this understanding and continue to ascend in these times and stuff. And the rest of the confusion and bewilderment going to do with these people. Yeah?
Yeah, Luke 21, verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth distress of nations.
Yeah, man, you see that distress of the nations, right?
Huh?
You see all this ultimate confusion going on. Yeah, I bet you the shots are close. Yeah, you see this ultimate confusion going on, like people don't know what is what. You know, you should have had an answer. You should have been on a Great Millstone video, right? You got video, like I said, it's so many videos that go out. Like, it's insane. Like, you can't count the amount of videos that the Lord got his spirit pouring out into the ends of the earth. You know, due to the unicorn and such, the internet. You know, so it's no reason why anybody should be sitting there questioning about, oh, well, what is this? What is that? And then just go on a video. The Lord gonna prophesy and speak to us and tell you what it is. Go ahead.
With perplexity,
Uh-huh.
the sea and the waves roaring.
Yep.
It said, men's heart failing
Yep.
them for fear.
Yeah.
Just like you was just
Yep,
speaking
yep,
about,
yep,
they
yeah.
see the chariot or
Yep,
the
the drone thing.
and hearts is failing them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But we happy.
Yep.
It said, look up, because your redemption
Yep,
draweth
draweth
nigh.
nigh.
It says, men's heart failing them for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Yep.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Yeah. So you see the Lord, like I said, looking and seeing for the things that's coming upon the earth. Yeah, so, and these are some of the things that's coming on the earth. You know, the Lord bringing destruction to Esau, bringing down his technology. You know, meanwhile, Esau trying to grow his technology, the Lord bringing him down, bringing his hills down. Like, we being exalted in the spirit by Yahweh. Brothers are getting better in the spirit, they're being more effective at teaching, more proficient in the delivery. All right, the understanding is going through. You know, other brothers on the other side, they growing this stuff and of course, showing their diligence and stuff, you know, waxing stronger and stronger. You know, that's all to be accounted for because these scriptures is happening. The Lord said that these things would happen. You know, we would get comforted and we would grow too. You know, and also inside we don't also see the fall of Esau, man, at the same time, man. You know? But yeah.
One more verse. It says, and when these, Luke 21, verse 28, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, your redemption draweth nigh.
Yeah, man. And another thing, like ever since I was down in New Orleans and such, and ever since I've been since I came back, like I kind of like be looking down, but like in the spirit, like it's spiritual because it's like the Lord keep telling me like look up, keep your head up, keep your head up. You know how like Jake might have been in the world, they might keep their head, walking around. No, we gotta keep our heads up, you know. Not only because it's a short sight of confidence, you know, because we're not, though we of course hate our lives unto death, and though of course, you know, the elect is worn out and such, but we got expectation. We have that Yakalba or that hope, and that's supposed to be continually to drive us forward. Okay? Yep.
I got that word for redemption.
Yeah.
It's G629. It says polytrosis. It says redemption or deliverance.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. You know, it's about that deliverance, man. You know, about getting the hell out of here. You know, Jake, you know, you be like, man, I'm tired, man. I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready to go home, man. You know, just like how the sun is coming out, that's how our kingdom will be, because Yahweh Shah is coming out, man. You know, he coming out with the mother coming, the vehicles to get us out of here and stuff. Like when I was on the plane and stuff, coming back here to Philadelphia, there was the motherfucker, there was the chick they had when I was descending, they had two orbs came up here out of nowhere, like just like they like, yeah, we will. And then they disappeared. We showed they something went out and it disappeared. And it's for my eyes only. You know, the rest of the people, a lot of them they not looking. You know, that's why we gotta always continue to be looking. Look up in the nighttime, look up in the daytime, because Yahweh You know, they like, yeah, have a good night. Yo, the day is coming. The day starts coming. Y'all was trying to tell me, yeah.
It says Isaiah 51 verse 14. It says the captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, that he should not die in a pit, nor that his bread should fail. And we the captives, and we exile from who? From where our homeland. And we hasten to be loosed from this captivity.
Yep.
So that's why when we see the chariots, we get excited because we in captivity.
Yep.
And we hasten to be loose, and that we shouldn't die in a pit, and our bread should not fail. Meaning that we should they say, you ever see a righteous man beg for bread? You see? We don't want our bread to fail.
Nope.
We want to be delivered. We want to be delivered out of this fire.
Yeah.
It's a hellhole.
Yep.
And Jake is the face of all the abominations. When you speak about the ABC, who face you see there? Jake. You talk about rebellious children, who face you see there? Jake. When you talk about anything that got something to do with an abomination, Jake is the poster child for it.
Yeah.
And we tired of this fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We want to see our people actually righteous, doing better. Doing the best, really. There's another thing I was meditating on, too. I meditated a lot when I was, down there and stuff. And I was just meditating on how basically we don't need to be in a box. Like, we're so limited. Like how I was like, I just could go down to a place and then come back. But Jake having where they gotta work these jobs and then you gotta be in a fixed place and shit like that. I'm like, yo, we shouldn't feel like that. We should be able to be fully creative and be able to do what we actually want to do. Because we start thinking, when we start moving and stuff and we start seeing other Jake, what they doing, it start getting the wheels turning and stuff, and we like, damn, we are wonderful, people. That's what we are and stuff. And Esau, he tried to keep you confined to these apartments, confined to these houses, not seeing the world, not seeing how other things is, different wildlife. It's so much things that the Lord has created for our sake. But Esau, he don't want you. And meanwhile, Esau, Edom, he out there traveling the world and seeing everything, and he, this motherfucker act like he was first class when this nigga is last in class. You know what I mean? We the truth, that's first class. You know what I mean? Starting with the first fruits of Yakalba Page, dealing with the Dabaq or the election of the nation of Israel. All right, so we got to continue to lift up, be in that spirit from Yasha'Allah, because we are rising. Okay, the Lord is really about to open these gates, man. He really gonna open these gates, man. I'm telling you, man, it's not no game no more.
Yeah, I was thinking about not prospering and having to go to these 9-to-5 jobs, basically slaving for slave wage only to keep your hand in the water. That's a part of the curses. I'm gonna read one of the curses that we learned. It says, Deuteronomy 28, verse 28, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. We're the only nation in the world. You go down to these Wawas and these markets, these supermarkets, whatever, you see Jake outside talking to us. You don't see Chinese people outside talking to us. You don't see Korean people outside talking to us. You only see Jake out there basically having a conversation with himself because he's smited with blindness and madness and astonishment of heart. It says, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt only be oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Spoiled and oppressed. No matter how many hours you work, you're not going to get ahead. You're only going to keep your head above water for the next day to come, so you can do the same thing over and over again. Oppressed and spoiled forevermore. But the redemption is drawing nigh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, redemption is drawing nigh, man. Get this Psalm chapter. Well, actually, I'll just read it. Psalms 107 and verse 40. Yeah, verse 40. Verse, you can start above, like 39 or 38.
Psalms 107 to 38. It says, he blessed them also so that they are multiplied greatly, and suffereth not their cattle to be decreased. Let me read it. It says, Psalms 107 verse 38. He blessed them also so that they are multiplied greatly, and suffereth not their cattle to decrease. It said again, and they were diminished and brought low through oppression, affliction, and sorrow. It said,
yeah, man, we get brought low, man, through affliction and oppression and sorrow, man, that pressing down. You know, because it's a great pressing down when you in Babylon and within the various activities which we is in, man. You know, they try to put a cap on us, you know, put a ceiling on us and shit, man, where we supposed to be having no ceilings and stuff, man, having Shabbai or abundance. You know, we are people of abundance, you know, and of growth, you know. You know, we are, like I said, wonderful people, man, but like as we have been going through these different afflictions, you know, beatings, man, sorrow, you know, we deal with, of course, the depression and stuff, languishing, you know, that brought us low. Go ahead. Outside. Yeah, you know. And it's time, like I said, for us to form a rise, man. You know, to rise to the top, man. Starting with the creme de la creme, the elect, man. You know, it's time to rise. Like I be seeing just regular Jake. You got Jake, you know, because remember the Lord, like, you know, we are his people, so even our people being in a law thing, they are great. So, you know, Jake must be prudent and stuff. And they can even go into different subjects and different topics, you know. And then what do you think what Esau and Edom go and do? Esau and Edom will use these Jake for his needs and stuff. Like Jake would be smart, he go to college, and man, he end up helping build the enterprise of Esau and Edom. Like I think right now there's a Benjamite that's working for I think the IMF or something like that, you know, to try to stabilize like allegedly the economy because he was able to keep, like he had basically prospered, helped I guess keep Jamaica good, the numbers wise, during the whole pandemic and pestilence and stuff, you know. But like Jake, like I said, even when they in this lower state, Esau Edom uses his slaves, you know, and that's another reason why we gotta get the hell out of there, because it's like we're being used to build this man and continue to build up his kingdom, you know. We're gonna be, of course, using him to build our kingdom, and using these heathen to, of course, build our kingdom, to make our beds, to clean our sheets, to take out the trash, you know, the rubbish, you know, to cook our foods, to pick our fields, all right, to tend to our cattle. You know, these are things that we gonna be doing, man. You know, that's what we about. Like the make our clothes, the spin the yarn, the churn the butter. These are the type of things we about to go back to, man. To break the go out there and mine these precious minerals, to get these precious minerals and to set these into different settings to beautify us, man. That's what we about to go into, man. Some real deal stuff, man. Right, man. Our chair's gonna be perfect. Everybody had to just make sure you pop. If I let them touch it, you know how Jake got their car, they might not let nobody touch it. You know that. That's my baby. You ain't touching my baby. Like I was on a plane, I seen a scratch on the plane. I'm like, that shouldn't look like that. That's supposed to be a chariot. Why it got a dent in it? You know? So that's why our kingdom is gonna be greater. It is greater than Esau Edom's. Because we're gonna have a perfect kingdom, man. Yahweh Shai, man. We don't you think that the creator of the all universe and with, of course, his people is gonna be half stepping? We gonna fall all the way, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
A quick precept?
Yeah.
It says James 5 verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you.
Right, man, and these miseries are here, man. You know, dealing with the elite and stuff. These miseries is here. The economy is going down and stuff. You know, manipulated or not, you know. These holidays that people spending all this bread, that shit's decreasing and shit, man. People ain't got time. If anything, they stealing shit. Why is porch pirates a thing? You didn't have that back in the day. A nigga ain't gonna go on somebody's fucking porch and go steal their shit. Like, that's fucking wicked. You know? That's because motherfuckers is scammers out here. Because this fucking place is decreasing, man. It's on the decline, man.
Yeah, who those rich men, the Bilderbergers, the Rockefellers, the Bears, the DuPonts, all you rich, wealthy Edomite families, it say, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. And one of those miseries that's going to come upon you is slavery. Render double.
Yeah, y'all got slavery, man. Like, and it's going to be transferred, the wealth going to be transferred to the rightful owners, man. You know, y'all been keeping and building up things for us, man. It's all being left for us, man. You know, but you got miseries to come. Yep. You got a precept in the midst?
Yes, for
yeah.
back with what he just said. Of Lamentations 4 and 5.
Yeah.
They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets.
Yep.
They that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghill.
Wait, hold up. Read that precept again.
Let me
What's
read that
the what's the chapter? What's the
Lamentations 4 and 5.
All right, actually read up a bit above.
Okay,
Start at the top. Start at the top.
Okay, Lamentations 4 and 1.
Yep.
How is the gold become dim?
Yep.
How is the most fine gold changed?
Right.
The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of the
streets.
Top of every street.
Right, that's dealing with us as the men of Yasha'Allah, man. We're of course the precious, the fine gold and such that have been degenerated, okay? That have declined from its original source, man. Its original manners and customs. Like we see Jake, they waking up, instead of saying a prayer, they drinking up to a damn drink and stuff on a fucking L's train, stinking and not even washing themselves. And they not nowhere spiritual. They all carnal. And they just talking shit, you know? Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, fuck up, man. Like, I know like how Jake want to be funny and shit, but it ain't fucking funny no more. Like, we got shit about to happen, man. Shit is going on right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it said I planted thee a noble vine.
Yeah.
How our dog become degenerate.
Yep. A degenerate plant, man. You know? And like I said, we are beautiful people, man. And just to see Jake just fucking destroy the structure, you know, it's just fucking pathetic, man.
Yeah, but that same condition that we speaking about, how Jake is going to be flipped around soon. Right. Those rich men going to be in it. It's going to be like trading places.
Yeah, they going to be. Motherfucker got fucking hole in his hat. You know, he got hole in his hat, hole in his shirt. Fucking holes in his shoes. Shalom. Yup. You know, holes in his shoes, fucking dirty. You know what I mean? Like,
and you go to Kensington right now, you can get a quick preview how Esau gonna be.
Yeah.
It's probably like a mile in that direction.
Yeah, I was
just. A whole section of Edomites just laid out on the ground.
Yep.
You go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, they stuck like a fucking statue.
Yep. Yeah, they got blankets on them.
4 o'clock in the afternoon, they still in the same position.
Yeah. Got blankets on them and shit. I mean, he getting on there to, you know, people complaining about them on the fucking train and shit. They got, you know, they got little socks there. They got one sock on, no shoe. Like, all type of weird shit. Like, that's how y'all gonna be, man. Y'all gonna be in them pits, man. You know? Yeah. But, go ahead.
It says, verse 2.
Oh, no, finish with yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to go all the way down to the point?
Keep going.
2.
In there. Yep.
Lamentations 4 and 2 now.
Yep.
The precious sons of Zion.
Yep.
Comparable to fine gold.
How
are they esteemed as earthen pictures?
Yeah, like nothing, man, you know? Like, how have we come from being like the finest and the most treasured of people to now being esteemed as nothing, man? You know, like just dirt, you know? And that's how Jake is right now, like, you know, in this estate. But, you know, the Lord, he making his elect remnant more, he making a man, the man more precious than fine gold in these days, okay?
Yup, and the elect men, we going to rise above the reputation of these low down and low estate Jake.
Yeah.
He's rising above their reputation.
That's right. Yeah, man, you know, got these dumbass Jake out here with the long hair. It's fucking bunch of confusion. I'm tired of seeing all this like these
young offspring.
Yeah.
So our women have become more cruel unto their offspring than a fucking ostrich, man.
Yeah.
This is why it's good to study the animals.
Yep.
If you know how an ostrich treats his young one, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Be real, it's fucked up. But that's how the Lord made the ostrich. Our women are not supposed to be such. Our women are supposed to be caring, delicate towards the children. You got Eve fucking cursing out the sons that they have because they're really bitter and mad at the father and shit.
Yeah.
Spitting all types of vile things into their ears about the father.
Yeah.
So where now that man grows up, he's not gonna respect his father, man.
Yeah.
You know, all that leads to the destruction of a nation, man.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
They say the worst place for a so-called black baby to be is in the womb of a black woman, so-called black woman. They do the most abortions in America, the black woman.
mind you, you have other animals in the animal kingdom. In their nature, some of them actually eat their children.
Yeah.
But you got the nigger woman, okay, all right, the N-dub that is supposed to be after the Lord because she's supposed to be after her man, and really this shows you that how much we fucked up, okay, you know.
Yeah, man.
She now is what at an all-time high 19 million abortions since the 70s, man. 19 million abortions since the 70s, man. That's a whole fucking nation, man. That's literally a nation of people. 19 fucking million people.
Yep.
And what's the bitch name that invented Planned Parenthood?
That's Marcus Sanger.
Yeah, Marcus Sanger.
Yeah, man. Bill Gates.
It just shows you how much the curses have overtaken us, as the scriptures say.
Child of
But remember, the Lord said that all these curses are gonna come upon thee, O Edom.
Yep.
Okay, Edomites are gonna suffer all those things. Y'all ain't gonna be killing y'all babies in the kingdom and stuff. That luxury is gonna be left to certain men. Let's just say that, for camera's sake, because King David said, about dashing
Baby's head,
against the stone, man. Okay, you ain't gonna be able to do that to your own children. That's gonna be a punishment unto you, just like you did unto us, feeding the alligators to the babies to the alligators, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching Yellowstone, and Kevin Costner's daughter got pregnant when she was a teenager, so she had went to the reservations and to get an abortion, and they euthanized her, and that's what they was doing to Gad. They sent them wicked ass doctors on the reservations, and when they go to get an abortion, they get euthanized, so they can't have kids no more.
Yeah, man.
You ain't supposed to be getting a fucking abortion anyway. That's murder.
Yeah.
It's killing somebody.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, they don't want to see us repopulate, man. And they done a lot of different experiments on Jake, man. There's a lot of experiments. Jake be doing little experiments. Esau, would you like to participate in this study, which is gonna help grow the University of Pennsylvania or whomever Institute of Science for growth? Just sign up. We will compensate you. And Jake be going in them rooms in secret and getting paid off. And a lot of things be going down and that be destroying Jake and stuff in the name of science and stuff, And Esau Edom, like I say, I think Abadia was going over that medical apartheid and all of that, man. I gotta get into it. It's a lot of stuff that, gotta get paid for, that Esau Edom has done to destroy our people and sicken them just because they in a low state. You got Jake that be in prison, in the University of Penn. I know in prison in here in Philadelphia, they use them for different experiment topicals, different solutions and things and that sort, and Jake still walking around here, Jake go to military, go to war, man, got different chemical agents being hit on them and different various things they gotta take just being in the military. Yeah, go ahead.
That's right. When they created that what they call it, GYN, they used to operate on the women, the black women, without no anesthesia.
Yeah. Yeah, straight pain and stuff. Yep.
Well, because they so-called black women that they got a higher pain tolerance than anybody else.
Yeah.
Well, the I forget, it was like stem cell research. They got that by using a so-called nigger woman's umbilical cord.
Dang.
They purposely want to use our people's organs and this and that and third to test run shit, man.
Yeah.
Because they know if they can get through Jake's immune system, they fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
We're the strongest people on this planet.
Yep.
If they can get through the strongest people, they can destroy everybody else, man.
Yeah.
So this is Esau Edom. This is why you got to pay in the kingdom, man. Every single day, other than the Sabbath, is gonna be a day of a can of whoop ass.
2 cans.
Yeah, 2 cans of whoop ass. That's right.
It's gonna be a basket of whoop ass of mines. Yeah, y'all gonna be walking like he over there. He look like he can barely walk right now, man.
He finished.
You know,
crooked.
But yeah, man, it's a lot of oppression, destruction that been done to Jake, man, and like I say, how these a lot of these different cosmetic products that them high level Edomites be having, they be using a lot of these different body parts and organs and different fluids that we, of course, that come from us. Why, of course, do they suggest on your license to become an organ donor.
That's right.
Wait, they get these things, and there's prices on the organs too. There's a market for all of that.
On the black
That
market.
movie Frankenstein years ago.
Yeah, and a lot of times when Jake gets shot in these inner cities, they only get little bullshit wounds, but when they go to these hospitals, they fucking let them die.
Yeah.
'Cause you can go over to Iraq and get your damn half of your head blew the fuck off, and you can get saved.
Yep.
Your limbs, they come back with no limbs.
Yep.
Fucking half of bodies.
Yep.
Because they know how to fucking preserve your life. But
Yeah.
when you go to these so-called state-of-the-art hospitals in our communities, Jake gets shot, they let him die, so
Yep.
why? They can get their fucking organs.
Yeah, man.
That's why Jake don't want to go to the hospital no more. Cause Jake know.
Yep.
Jake already know what's up.
Yep.
You know, remember that one woman online, her son, she was pumping his chest, and the doctor was just sitting there. They were trying to, the mom and dad are resuscitating their son while the doctor just fucking standing
let it
in
happen.
the doorway.
Like,
You
let
know
it
why?
happen.
Because the doctor got a backdoor deal selling those fucking organs when they die.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, you
Those
get-
elites, y'all,
Fresh
that's
young
like
body,
100
21
years.
years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 18 years old, 17 years old, organs perfect.
Yeah, yeah,
We gonna
yeah.
let him die so we can sell these motherfuckers on his organs on the black
Yeah,
market.
man. Yeah, man. And they like, remember, they sadistic, you know, so they actually like to see the suffering. You know, they like to see, you know, Jake when they're losing. You know, it's a moment. It's all a witchcraft. It's all a ritual, you know, and such. You know, and the law tells us that we shouldn't let our I think, what is it? This Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 10, it says, "There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or an observer of chimes, or an enchanter or a witch." You know, and you have a lot of our people that sacrifice, you know, their own children in different ways, man. You know, and it's wicked, you know, to see, like I say, like that have a child, you know, just to be able to it's for a Jake woman to hear that she pregnant, and she, you know, it'd be like, damn, she like, well, I gotta get rid of them. You know, it should be a blessing, you know, but in this captivity, it's like as a curse, you know, especially with how it's encouraged, you know, for us not to be fruitful and multiply by the enemy. Okay?
He'll set up centers in your community so you can commit that abominable act.
Yep. Yeah, he got them. Like, I seen a Planned Parenthood. I seen one, it was way up Academy Road, and I was like, I never even seen this place before. But it's like they set it up to be discreet, you know, in the cut, you know, for like, you know, for these women and chicks to easily just go and do what they do, and you wouldn't even know it happened, right? It'd be like she, you know, she finds out she's pregnant. They go in there, they educate her, you know, allegedly, you know, and then they get the procedure done, and that's it, you know. But Esau done profited off of it. And Keisha, like I said, Keisha is destroyed. You know, Keisha should be looking at these laws, statutes, and commandments and be like, whoa, I done sinned right there. I need to repent. But it's like, no, they're not looked at as if they, you know, have done these things, because things are turned upside down in this captivity. But yeah, keep going where you was at too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you got something
Yeah,
too.
appreciate
Well,
it.
go ahead, Kazak, bro.
Okay. This is
Then,
this is Deuteronomy 36 and 7.
yep.
It says, in Yahweh thy power circumcise thy heart.
Yeah,
And-
he circumcised your heart. You can't circumcise a heart. Hey, this is you coming back to this knowledge, this truth, you know, and becoming as a new man and stuff, man. Cutting off that wickedness that you have done and committed and stuff, you know. This is the true baptism and such. Go ahead.
Mhm. Yep. It says, because this is a promise from the Lord. It
Yep.
says, in Yahweh thy power will circumcise thy heart, and the heart of thy seed,
Mm-hmm.
to love Yahweh thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul,
Fine. Yep.
that thou mayest live.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we're looking forward to. You know, when we get them new bodies, all right, because the process is starting now,
Yep.
but the final result is getting them new bodies.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, when our seed comes out of us, when
Yep.
our children come out of us, they're gonna be righteous.
Yeah.
You know, they're not gonna go off no more.
Nope.
So Lord's gonna circumcise our minds to the point that then when we get the new bodies, Lord's always be a part of the elect. We beamed up in the chariots, get the new body because the Lord been working on our mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that when we have children in the kingdom, which is ultimately bringing the nation back, their heart is gonna be, good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they ain't gonna do evil.
Exactly.
We ain't got to teach other Jake. Oh, this is the law, statutes, commandments. No, it's gonna be the heathen that's gonna come to us, knowing how to wanting to execute the law, statutes, commandments, how to properly not sit there and lie to your brother and stuff.
Imagine that, brother. Your 2-year-old knowing how to keep the law perfect.
Right.
You don't even gotta teach him.
Nope.
He just do it.
Yeah. Program, man.
You might be like, all right, I'm going to another planet to see another brother real quick.
Yep.
I'll be back. Whole time you're not even near the children, but he keeping the law like it's nothing.
Right.
It's second nature to him.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking forward to. It says, verse 7, it says, and Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, all them curses that befell us, man. Curse be the basket out of that sword, man.
Yep.
Talk about how I being evil towards thy neighbor, to the husband, and our wives and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about how we would be smit with madness, perplexity, different diseases and stuff.
Well, we're already seeing a little bit sloppy.
Yeah. What?
Now we're already seeing the beginning stages of that. Look at the Edomite woman.
Yeah.
She don't like the nigga Esau.
Yeah.
The Edomite woman hates Esau, bro.
Yeah.
They be all over Jake. Can't wait to get on Jake.
Yeah.
And shit. Look at his hair.
He saw he was in his power.
Yeah.
60s and 50s and all that. She would have got fucked up for fucking with Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Exactly. She
And
would have been
Jake- and
ostracized.
Jake that was fucking with her would have got killed.
Yep.
You couldn't
that
even
whole
look at the
family.
Edomite woman. You had to put your fucking head down. You couldn't smile none of that shit when you came in.
And if she so-called dealt with the Jake, both him and her were ostracized.
Mm-hmm.
Basically Esau was like, well, if you want to date her, well, they said that in Roots. Remember, if you watch the Roots?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, it was that Edomite boy, he wanted to be with Kizzy, the Kuta Kinte's daughter. And the dude, the slave master's dad was like, the slave master, his son wanted to be with the Israelite woman. He was like, well, since you want to be with a nigga, you are a nigga. That's how Esau treated anybody that wanted to deal with Jake. So if you wanted to deal with Jake as an Edomite woman, you was ostracized. You was considered a nigga too, and stuff. Straight up.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead, you got it.
no, go ahead, bro.
I wanted to get, since we were speaking about abortion, it made me think about this doctor that was in my neighborhood that was performing late. He was performing late-term abortions. Basically, the baby was already fully developed in a woman's womb, and he would sedate the women and basically snatch the baby out at late term, 6-7 months. Kermit. It says his name is Kermit Baron Gosnell, born February 9th, 1941, and he is an American serial killer.
Damn.
A former abortion doctor, he provided illegal late-term abortions at his clinic in West Philadelphia. Gosnell was convicted of the murders of 3 infants who were born alive after using drugs to induce the labor, the manslaughter of one woman during an abortion procedure, and of several other abortions and drug-related crimes. It says
What's his last
staff
name?
Gosnell.
That sounds like a goddamn kite, man.
Yeah, he says he a Jake though. He might be a fucking Edomite. Chocolate covered Edomite.
shit,
It says staff at Gosnell's clinic testified that there were hundreds of infants born alive during abortion procedures and subsequently killed by Gosnell.
Damn.
And this the nigga right here.
Some crazy shit, man.
You look like a bull and shit. You sure the Kazak?
Hundreds of babies born alive that he
See,
fucking
see this
killed.
nigga, man?
This is the type of
Oh,
this
no,
the type
man.
of niggas shit that they got going on in our communities, man. These wicked ass fucking doctors that do all kind of abominable shit to our women, man. And the only reason why they locked this dumb ass up is because he a Jake. You know what I mean? If he was an Edomite, he'd have got away scot-free with that. Because they do the same shit.
Yeah.
But he just like I said earlier, Jake is the poster child for all the abominations that's done in this fucking place, man.
Yeah. Look what this guy's doing and stuff. We the scapegoat, basically. That's what we are and shit.
Yeah, that don't even sound like a Jake activity right there. Like, especially the man.
Cause to see that shit probably like,
This shit fuck you up,
yeah.
man.
I mean, like to see a child being. I never personally seen a child being born, but I'm pretty sure that sight itself is like, like people cry in tears over that to see a child coming out of womb. But this dude is actually inducing the actual pregnancy and then making it dead.
Late term
What the fuck is that?
Old
That's
babies.
demonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely demonic and stuff like that. That's sadistic, that's demonic, that's everything wrong. That's witchcraft right there.
That's right.
You know? So, you know, that's another reason why we got to get the hell out of Babylon, because this shit is going on, you know, whether he be an Israelite or he be a heathen, this shit shouldn't be going on and stuff like that, you know? You know, this is fucked up, man. So it's just like, we got to get out of here. Yeah, just some things, like I said, just even to think of it is a fucking nightmare. You know, that's a damn nightmare right there. No, shalom. Yeah, what? Who up?
This last part, it says, verse 7, this is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And Yahweh thy power, thy God, will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee.
Yeah, man, these people harass us, man. You know, they're pursuing us constantly, man. You know, so it's time for that to start to pursue them, man. These curses to pursue them and shit.
And we see, like I said, we just giving examples of how these things are. You know, with Esau's birth rate going down, you know, that's a curse. His woman being against him and being for Jake, that's a curse. That's slowly coming upon them. Okay? You know, them losing their whole power structure as a whole is that curse that's slowly coming upon them, man. You know?
Yeah.
We're seeing it play out in real time right now. You know, and this devil's losing it. That's why the scriptures say what? That's why he's gonna come down with great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time. This devil knows that he has a short time to rule, so he's losing his goddamn mind. You know, and the average Edomite is seeing this shit, and they're looking at the Rothschilds like, yo, what the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all fucking up the whole country? Because Esau, you know, Esau overall, they want to keep on ruling the way they've been ruling. So the average Edomite is like, yo, these people are making our country terrible, because Esau wants the old ways of like the fucking 70s and the fucking 50s and shit, man.
And shit.
Where they can walk down the fucking sidewalk and the nigga will be like this.
Yeah.
Don't look at him. Shit, that's what Esau really want to come back, man. That's why they voted for Trump.
Yeah.
Because these Edomites see that their bank accounts are dwindling, and they looking around to find out where their money going at, and they looking right at fucking Amalek. Oh, he got all the fucking money. He fucking swindled us out of our birthright.
All right. Yep.
Well, they divided amongst themselves anyways. When you go into prophecy, it tells you that Satan be divided against Satan, how shall his house stand?
So Egyptian against the Egyptian.
So, really, these people are in division, because what you see is a breakdown of the classes.
That's right.
Really, all you have is rich and poor. You don't really have no middle class. Like, middle class meant that a man, he could be blue collar, he can go to work, you know? He can work 8-hour, 10-hour shift, work a full week, and he can still provide for his family. Now, it's going to take at least the wife and the man come together, making 50 plus K a year to supplement for all of the cost of living as it is right now.
Not only that, brother, but you have the children not even leaving home anymore. So you got like, you
Or
have
they're moving back in.
And helping mom and dad.
Yeah, if they're not still living at home, they're moving back in. And there's statistics on that. There's statistics on that already about how, you know, the new household medium income, it's like the new 50K, which used to be the household medium, you know, you got double it. You got double it just to keep up with everything.
Yeah. A 50K would have had you living pretty comfortable, you know.
Right, you'd be able to save money.
Early 2000s.
Basically, you gonna have your bills paid, right? And you're gonna be able to save money. Now, let's say you made 20K extra. Let's say you made 70K to 80K a year. you were living really fucking good. You were upper middle class.
Putting money aside for
You
college
you
and shit.
were upper middle class. You were damn near right below, you know,
millionaires.
Yeah. Because you were able to invest. You know, you were able to store money away. You were able to build a college fund, you know, for the future generation, so to speak. You ain't doing none of that now. I mean, this is an old stat, and I've quoted it several times over, but it was somewhere in the range of 56% of Americans don't even have a savings of upwards of $1,000, $500 to $1,000, which means that the majority of the country is living paycheck to paycheck. So they can't afford, if an unforeseen circumstance happens, if they have something happen with their car, which they're depending on to get to work, if they have something happen in between checks, they don't know what they're gonna do. Right? People are gonna opt to do those payday loans. Then before they even get paid, using those payday loans, they've already absorbed all the money that they would have otherwise received after what, a 2-week period. Most people get paid every 2 weeks.
Yep.
That's how broke people are. They have to literally get these different payday loans or opt in these different apps to get these payments before they actually get paid, just to carry them over, and so that when they finally do get paid, it's all gone. They have nothing.
That's the whole business right now. There's multiple apps that allow you to buy something and pay for it later.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
there's one called Zip, Karma, and I feel there's a couple other ones, man, where basically you pay like $3 on it, and then you can pay the rest later.
It's like finance type shit.
Yeah, it's basically financing.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, how come this is like I'm like, how is this even available like this? Like, cause it's like it sounds so sweet, right? Like, all right, the item like $3,000. Like I say, like a hand pan or something. There's a hand pan. It's a handcrafted item that's gonna be built and made, but you can just easily like I say, pay now for easy installments. But you get that item already. So, you know, most people just think about just getting it and saying, fuck it. Fuck the payments.
Yeah, you know, Jake, you know, like the finesse.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, I'll get the shit and then fucking change the number on my card. No, they can't.
Fuck that.
You know?
They can't get that shit out there. Take it to the banks. You know?
But now with the apps they got, you got to put your social security in.
Oh.
So they
they got you. Oh, yeah. Esau
At
want
first
his
they didn't
bread
have
back.
that, but now they do.
Yeah, Esau want his bread back. Yeah.
Quick precept. It says Revelation 6 verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts saying, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
Right.
And when you go into that word for penny, it's denarion. Is going to that word for penny. It's denarion. It says it was the principal silver coin of the Roman Empire. It says from the parable of the laborers in the vineyard, it would seem that the denarius was the ordinary pay for a day's wage. So you're gonna have to pay a day's wage just for a measure of wheat and for a penny and a measure of barley.
Right.
For 1 meal, a day's wage. That's how fucked up it's gonna get out here.
Yeah. That's inflation, man.
Yeah. Well, and if you know anything about Rome, because the brother brought that up, that was a beautiful point, brother. In Rome, the average Roman citizen ate up to 2 loaves of bread a day. You know?
2 loaves, man.
2 loaves of bread, like 2 loaves of bread in a week.
Oh, okay.
Which that's still fucking a
No,
lot.
that's still a lot.
You know, 2 loaves of
Man.
bread in a fucking week
About
is
one
crazy.
and shit.
You know, but that was the average day person in Rome. So now as inflation went up in Rome, that makes sense. Now instead of paying my little bit for my loaf every day, now I gotta pay my whole fucking salary I just made today.
Right.
That's like me making $10 an hour. I just got done working 9 hours. That's $90.
Yeah.
I gotta pay $80 to give me some fucking bread.
Yeah.
$80 for some bread. That's what's gonna be happening soon in this place, America, just like it happened in Rome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scripture, and it says, see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. It says, because they talk about my servants shall eat, but they shall be hungry.
Yeah.
You see? So the men of the Lord, the hopefully elect, in that time, we're gonna be sustained.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna be sustained. You know, oil and vine with the truth. You know. But yeah, man. So you know, you have these prophecies also of the inflation and the hyperinflation. You know, what the hell that yelling at? That's the evil nigga. That's them curses. That's them curses. But yeah, man. You know, so you had the inflation and the hyperinflation, which is prophesied to happen, which is on deck, man. You know, you got different places where, you know, economies have collapsed, collapsed and such, and you know, people were, you know, through like, you know, coming with a bunch of currency, and unable to really just get like something like full. They get, instead of getting a full piece of meat, they getting just shavings of fat, you know, in Venezuela and stuff, you know. You go into places like Lebanon and such, you know, these different places that have had a economic collapse, you know. Things ain't like how it used to be and stuff. Like even right now, like we got a illusion that everything is all right. When I go, like I just bought 2 burgers at a damn place last night, you know. This shit cost me like $31. Remember fucking 2 burgers that you could have been a fucking burger for nothing. And I need to go to the right place. Times of Pie would know. If it ain't like 2 burgers, we could eat a fucking feast. You know what I mean? Like we go down to, you know, these other places. We go down to like some of the places where like we go to Colombia, you know, go to Central America. You can eat for nothing. Like not even like what? For quarters, not even like dollars. Like we could be alright, you know. But things are, like I said, decreasing, man. You know, with the buying power of the dollar, man. You know, that's why, you know, the brother had that scripture where it say, "Go ye rich men, weep and howl, for your miseries shall come upon you," man. You know, so that buying power is decreasing and their economy is going down, and the people, you know, hey, the people are angry. You got Jake going back to their country, man. They going right back to their countries, and you got Edomite, the heathen, going back to their countries where they of origin and such, right? You know, because they can't take life here.
I just looked up something in the spirit because brother said it.
Yeah, go ahead.
It said how many about that coin, because that was denarius, right?
An ordinary pay for a day's wage.
Damn, this fucking crazy, bro. I'm like a bird out this man.
It says, from the parable of the laborers in the vineyard, it would seem that the denarius was then the ordinary pay for a day's wages.
Yeah, exactly. And it said in that scripture that said 1 penny for a barley, right?
Yeah, it says, read it again. Revelation 6 verse 6, and I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny.
Yeah, and just in the spirit, I looked at some things up, because the average pay in America of a day's wages is around $190 maximum and stuff, you know, a person. So I looked up, if we were back in the Roman times, so to speak, if that denarius was still, if it was still around, you would have to get a regular day's wages, you would have to get 2,991 denarius, and that's a fucking bag full of fucking coins, man.
Yeah.
You know, if the denarius was still in rule today, so to speak, you know, imagine carrying a whole bag of coins, 2,000, almost 3,000 coins of silver, just for a loaf of bread or some shit, man.
Well, we always see that now.
Yeah.
The current money supply. You know, go into the grocery store and take $20 with you. What you gonna get?
Yeah, I can't
Damn,
get
near
shit.
nothing.
I better
You know?
get some refried beans.
You'd be lucky if you walk out the store with 3 items.
Get a pound of rice or something.
You know, you gonna spend on a minimum $100, and you gonna walk out of that store with less than 10 items.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit wicked.
Even back like early 2000s, mid 2000s, You could spend $50 to $80 and you can walk out of there with produce, a little bit of meat, and some household supplies. Now you ain't walking out of there with none of that.
Point this out last week. Can I bring this out?
You know, and that's just what the brothers reading in the book of Revelation. Essentially, what we have happening is a repeat, right? That which has right, exactly. Because what are they doing? Back then, they devalued the money supply. All right? They devalued it. Started splicing it with other metals, right? So we see essentially this thing playing back out. This is Rome all over again. America is nothing more than an extension of the Roman Empire when you go into the prophecies. So we're seeing in like manner the way that Rome fell, this place is falling. But remember, it's falling in a different way because the scriptures tell you about the second death that's coming. Right? So it's going to have a lot of familiarity, but also at the same time, this is destruction unlike anything else that's ever happened. You know? Go ahead.
It says 2 Kings 6:24. It said it came to pass after this that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. So things gonna get so bad that they're gonna round up dove's dung and sell it for silver. It's like that's like the elder was speaking about. There's nothing new under the sun. So the same things that happened in those ancient kingdoms, Samaria, Egypt, Babylon, all.
So like they already doing stuff like that.
No.
They already doing in Japan, they found out a way to literally recycle feces and make hamburger meat out of it.
Yep.
Mystery.
Right. Well, there ain't no mystery no more. But that's they already doing stuff like that. They're selling low grade ingredients to the public, man. And like y'all, we were going into this last week. See, there's this idea that the earth is in limited supply of resources, and that is not true. These are manufactured crises. They're manufactured.
That's right.
Okay? But that's according to prophecy. They're not investing in agriculture. They're buying land up. They're trying to control everything, and they're manipulating it at the same time.
Well, storing the good shit for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because they have something called continuity government. They're anticipating that when all of this goes down, they're still going to be able to operate right in the background. That's why they have these million and billion-dollar bunkers, right, overseas and elsewhere, and that's pursuing the prophecy.
That's spiritual because they got that movie Homestead just came out yesterday.
Oh.
So they got farms and all that kind of shit with acres,
Yeah.
with abundance amount of supplies, and because they know that the economy gonna collapse, and they want to be able to sustain themselves.
Yeah.
And in that scripture, it said five things of silver, right?
Yeah.
Well, I looked up the price. Imagine.
And you can get brothers should look at the Bible commentary for that precept in Revelation, by the way, because the scholars know this. The scholars know exactly all of the history behind the denarius and the valuing of the denarius and what a wage is supposed to be.
That's right.
You know,
Because within that, imagine, because it said, I believe it said 5 things of silver, right? And I looked up silver today, just like I said, so you can imagine how much you would have to pay for something. It's because it said for dung or donkey's head at that, like we went into last week. And I looked up 5 things of silver today will have you having $145. So you're paying $145 for 2 things of shit. Literally, like the brother said, that's like paying them shit burgers, man. You're paying fucking $140 for shit burgers.
yeah.
One burger, matter of fact, you get one burger per person. It's $140.
No bun either.
No. Hey man, but that's the time we're coming into. It's gonna take barrels of fucking money to come in and actually, to buy loaves of bread, basic eggs or some shit like that. We saw the price of eggs going up already. Eggs used to be at least fucking well, I know when I was in the Carolinas, it was like $1 or something.
Yeah.
But eggs have risen up to like $3 to $4 fucking dollars, man.
Right. Like you gotta, like in today's time, you actually gotta be fucking strategic on how you shop.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just go to one store now. And even that is crazy.
Yep.
You gotta spend, like when you go grocery shopping for brothers that cook, right? Some brothers don't really cook. But brothers that actually cook for themselves, right? Which is just kind of laying backing off of Elder Apostle Bar. Every man in Israel who got some sense should learn to cook. All right? You should learn to cook, bro. All right? There's no excuse why you not able to prepare yourself meals.
Yeah, it's the wisest thing in these times.
Yeah. I know brothers spend a lot of time on the road. I spend a lot of time on the road, right? But I still make the time to cook for myself when I'm able to. So brothers that are spending time cooking for themselves, you know that you have to go to different places and shop around and price things out. Mm-hmm. You might hit up an Aldi for your beef. Then you might go from Aldi to ShopRite for the chicken. Mm-hmm. Then you might go to Walmart for your produce.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna have the organic, but they're gonna have the better deal.
Yeah.
So you go in on a full day for different stores at least.
Goddamn scavenger hunt, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking
You can't just go to one spot. Cause it'll be crazy.
And back in the day, remember we had local butchers. Remember that? I remember my grandma used to go to this one local shop. I used to hate that motherfucker. I used to smell. I feel like fuck. As a kid, go in that mug. She treated me with a little treat to make me feel all right. But she would go in and she'll get her price of meat. She was like, I want this cut. I want this cut. The butcher's like, all right, cool. You look in the back, the actual cattle and shit is right there, strung up. You don't got that shit no more.
Shit, when I was a kid, they used to have like cars, food cars that come around and serve door to door.
Yep.
And he would have a microphone. You could hear him 3 blocks away, basically advertising what he had in his car.
Yep.
Fruits,
Used to get
fishes, meats, all kind of shit. We used to call the guy Fruity Owl. You could hear him blocks away coming. Yeah. So you get your money ready. So when you get there,
As a matter of fact,
you know what I mean?
you got a couple years on me, brother, but no, but I even been around long enough. We used Bob, we called it Bob's banana truck. He come around with the truck and he'd have produce and candies and all types of shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He come through with the truck.
It was all organic too. It was nice.
It was cheap.
Yeah, he'll have some nice watermelon on the truck and some shit. I'm telling you, my grandma used to get all that shit, man. But we're not living in a time where the average person's even doing said stuff. He'll grow his own stuff in his garden and go sell it to the markets and stuff. You got a few people that got it around, but you gotta really search for a market like that, man.
Yeah.
You wanted another comparison, MLC?
Yeah, spirit, yeah.
Well, you got that.
Okay, you still gotta be safe, because like the brother was saying, the Mathba said, you could actually buy cheap burgers and whatever and eat, but you still gotta be safe. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come up upon them. So they're playing it as you could actually make it out here, okay, not knowing that you're gonna be surprised to anything, like out of the blue. Like just now, last week we had the so-called UFOs, which we know they're celestial vehicles. What if possession doesn't take place when Trump comes in? What if they declare martial law then? What's gonna happen? Can you go to the store then? No. You're gonna have to rely on the miracles of the Lord, and He's the only one that can save you.
That's why I say, see that thou hurt, not the oil and the wine, because we're gonna be sustained in that time. And
That
Lord
is-
willing, we'll be those men.
We got plenty of examples before. sometimes we can't even go to work. Look at it now. I mean, it was actually snowing earlier,
Yeah.
just a little. Flores came down.
Yeah.
What if we couldn't go to work?
Yeah.
But then the Lord is going to provide somehow, and it happens. A lot of examples. It happens with us. Just the same way we get punished when we do something wrong.
Because the scriptures say, whatsoever was written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So all the
Good because they trust in the Lord. I remember one time, there's a quick testimony real quick in the spirit, because I told this multiple times when I was with the brothers in North Carolina, but this is how we know that the Lord is going to feed his elect. I remember one time, I didn't have no food at the crib. I had to go to work, and I was real hungry, but I was like, you know what, I ain't really going to worry about it. I'm going to let the Lord handle it. I'll probably eat at work. As I'm getting to the job, I'm working at Pizza Hut. Only thing I can really eat there that's lawful is the chicken Alfredo and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll probably eat one when I get there, depending on who's the manager. But of course, a manager that was there, he wasn't going to allow me just to cook something. So I walk up, I clock in, and I find a hot piping chicken Alfredo coming out the oven. I'm like, yo, whose order is this? We need to pack it up and give it to the next customer. They was like, nobody ordered a chicken Alfredo. I was like, well, was the last cook here? They was like, yeah, well, somebody ordered something, obviously, because there's a hot piping chicken Alfredo coming out. He's like, no, nobody ordered. He's checking all the logs and shit. Nobody ordered a chicken Alfredo. And in that moment, I knew that was the Lord that gave me a fucking Alfredo, because he said, oh yeah, you can have it, But the whole day, mind you, I was hungry as shit, I was like, you know what? I just let the Lord handle the situation. I'm not even going to worry about it. And I come to work with a hot popping, the only thing I could fucking eat at the place. And I told brothers, they're like, damn, what the fuck? I was like, yo, that was the Lord, That was the Lord that provided something for me, because I didn't have nothing to eat. And in the Carolinas, brothers live hours away from each other, man. It's not like a brother can pop up at your crib in 15 minutes, man. They live like 3 to 4 hours away from each other each, So the Lord is going to literally deliver his elect and provide food, water, and all these things for his men in these times, man. You just got to wait upon the Lord.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. What times? Those times that are coming. We're going to depend on the miracles of the Lord. But we know we've been given examples, like Mayam said, through the Bible. We know what's coming eventually. And the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, it's his treasure. But like I said, we're going to depend on the miracles of the Lord. And knowing that we could be saved through him, we already got that seed in our ears, if anything. We already got that little bug. We know what's going on. We know what could happen, if anything. We're going to go through it, but again, we're going to depend on the miracles of the Lord. We're not hoping on anybody or a government, if anything, or the wrong government. Yep.
Yeah, precept.
Yep.
Is land backing off the point, because we don't that's like kind of like that's what carnal men seek after. Like carnal men seek after, like, the thing is, like, that's what's necessary for your life, right? Food is, was it? Yep, exactly, yep. Because the thing is, like, the food, like, the scriptures talking about that in the book of Ezra, about what is substance for your life, right? Food, raiment, right? The wine, like, these things are actually things that you need to live, which is food. Like, if we didn't have no clothing right now, you would be fucking fucked up right now, yeah?
Layers,
Yeah, you got layers, yeah, yep. So clothing's really important, food is really important, water is really important. But the thing is, we don't concern ourselves to heap up all that stuff knowing that trouble is coming, right? Because we seek after the Lord, who's going to give that to us, like the scriptures say. So when it really comes down to it, we put our trust in Yahweh Shema Shah. We don't really trust in the carnal things, because we know that our needs will be met. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat or what you shall drink. And that's going to this brother's point, how he kind of got blessed with some food. That happened. I bet you every brother here has a story about how they were on their journeys and they were blessed with some sort of food or some sort of drink.
Right.
Yep.
It's fucking there, bro.
Yep. Yeah. I've had many instances where just enemy treating you well, or it be the Sabbath and you don't want to buy nothing. All of a sudden,
bull come out.
Yeah,
and
all of a
pizza
sudden,
shop.
it's free fucking food and shit like that. Free food Tuesdays. Like, what the hell?
That shit happens.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
happens.
And the thing is, like, it's crazy because that goes to show you your faith, because you didn't say to yourself, oh, I'm gonna hold the Sabbath true and dear because I know it's Free Food Tuesday. No, you're just saying, like, listen, man, I should eat something, but fuck, I'm not gonna buy nothing because I ain't trying to profane the Sabbath. And you're not trying to be over righteous. You're trying to do your best to keep the Sabbath. And then sure enough, something happens where you don't have to buy nothing for the food because the food's free or whatever like that. It's a beautiful thing how that can work, how your faith can work that way.
Rewards you.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it's all through the Spirit. It's all through Yahweh Shema Shai. So, this precept confirms it. It says, take no thought for your life what you shall eat or what you shall drink, nor yet for your body what you shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? So just like, the fowls, the birds, they get what they need, but they don't have to, heap up in large warehouses somewhere, or, they don't have to, try to take on extra feathers or like that. Everything they have is sufficient to their life.
Yeah, you should read that in the NLT.
God. Verse 27, it says, which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore the Most High so clothed the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knows that ye have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So there you go. The point is seek unto the Lord's righteousness in the kingdom of heaven, and all those things should be added to you. It's carnal to think about stowing up your food for the time that time of Jacob's trouble and all that, because you don't know where you're gonna be at. That's why you gotta put your faith in the Lord.
Yeah, one of the ways you seek this kingdom of heaven is coming out here making your body a living sacrifice,
Right.
storing up treasures in heaven where moth and rust doeth not corrupt.
That's right.
And that's going to be one of our rewards, is the Lord going to sustain us in our time of need for putting in His work, not going to a 9 to 5, getting worldly money, coming out here making your body a living sacrifice. They say because the Lord is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love.
I got that in the NLT for you.
Go ahead.
This is on Matthew 6:25. It says, that is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life, whether you have enough food or drink or enough clothes to wear. It says, isn't life more than food and your body more than clothing? Look at the birds. They don't plant or harvest or store food in barns.
Yep.
For your heavenly Father feeds them. And aren't you more valuable to him than they are?
The birds don't got no damn fucking what's that called? Industrial Revolution type deal, or freaking heavy machinery going at all times, so they get what they need and all that. No, they just they just live. They just live by what's that called?
I say day-to-day means.
Whatever is there, that's provided.
Yep.
Like, you can have a person that's just throwing bread outside. Yep. The birds know to flock to get that bread. Or somebody throw rice out or something. It's like the Lord gonna provide. The seeds. Somebody got bird seeds and they just go and throw it out every day. It's just like they just know something gonna come. Yep. And that's how we gotta have that. You call her that expectation, is that knowing that something's gonna come through.
Yep.
Like I ain't have one time I ain't have no food in the fridge, and I was like, I ain't had shit. I was like fucked up, and I'm like, a food box was on the fucking on the front of my apartment door, and I'm like, yo, who's this? And then it stayed there for 2 days, Nobody claimed it, so I'm like, this is me. This is me, like, I mean, like, so I took the joint and then it was all like legit shit, like, you know, stuff. And I was thankful to the Lord, because I was like, what is it, a coincidence that a food box get dropped into my door and I don't got shit in the house, you know? So you know, I ended up consuming it, and I was just thankful, you know, for it. And then even on the Sabbath, one time I had to work on the Sabbath because it was a snowstorm and stuff. I had to plow the streets and stuff. What ended up happening was, I plowed in front of this pizza shop out in the Northeast, and what ended up happening, the guy came out and he gave me like pizza and French fries and shit. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't eat pizza and French fries in my diet, but it was something to eat. You know what I mean? So, and I was like, that's the Lord, because I ain't think, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yo, I ain't got nothing to eat. Like, what we gonna do? Yep. And the Lord already provided. So, basically, when you go into it, Yakalba Page, he already got our story already made. What we gonna eat, what we gonna get, what we gonna drink. So, we don't gotta think about that things. You know, we just gotta live it and let it play out, man. Know that the Lord is. You know what I mean? He a rewarder to them that diligently, he is, and know that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. You know, so we don't gotta worry. You know, the Lord's showing out right now. You know how he dealing with us and stuff, like, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Keep on reading. It says verse 20.
Yeah, like even like with the Ak, man. Like the Ak, I remember he prayed for something for the like he prayed for something he wanted to happen. I prayed for the brother that he'd get what he need for his family, and it happened. I was like, why should he not be why should he be denied by Yakalba Page for something that he need for his family when he is servant of the Lord? And these people in the world get handled and served. Why not him?
That's right.
So the Lord actually provide for his servants too. You know, you gotta think about that too with the prayers. Yes, we know that the Lord does what he wants, but the Lord, it more so builds your faith when you pray for something and it actually get answered.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
Yep. Yeah, man.
That's our weapon.
That's it.
All I need is prayer.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Yeah.
That's right.
Peeping that.
Yeah. Huh.
It says verse 27 in the NLT. It says, call all your worries, add one single moment to your life. Can all your worries add a single moment to your life?
No.
Yeah, that's right. It says verse 28. And why worry about your clothing? Look at the lilies of the field, how they grow. They do not work or make clothes, yet Solomon in all his glory was not dressed as beautifully as they are. And
yeah, I mean, like when the flowers are blooming, man. When the flowers are blooming, they're beautiful, man. You know,
that's
their
right.
own version of raiment. You know.
It says, and if God cares,
Like, worrying literally made everything better for you, and you know, was able to bring you the necessary things that you needed. Then continue to work.
yeah.
When we know it don't work like that.
Yeah. Worrying does nothing for
so
you.
why
but
worry?
stress you
Yeah.
out. Stress you the fuck out, man.
Yeah.
Makes you lose faith.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Yep.
That's why the scriptures say to fret not.
Yep.
To fret means to worry, and the scripture says fret not in any wise to do evil. So you can end up worrying yourself so much that you now commit evils.
Yep.
And stuff. That's what Jake is gonna do in these times, man. You're not gonna worry.
When the scriptures say to cast ye your cares upon the heavenly Father.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about knowing this truth, man, is there's really nothing to really worry about, man. Like when you have Yakalba on your side, like what do you really got to worry about? And like in the carnal side of it, in the world, like you got these people worrying about like just everything. It's like, you know, like I had mastered the I don't give a fuck. Like I'm just shrugging my shoulders to it. Why worry? Like why worry myself even more into something? Now I'm obviously not gonna say, well, my situation is fucked. Oh well, like I'm gonna try my best to make the situation better, you know. But that's why like there's this like kind of like a proverb type deal where it says like, you know, you say, are you worrying about something? Yes. Okay. Can you fix it? Yes. All right, then fix it. Now the other part is, okay, are you worried about something? Yes. Can you fix it? No. Then why are you worried about it? If you can't fix it, then why are you worried about it? If you can't fix it, then fix it, and then you're not worrying about it no more. So it's just that simple, you know?
That's right.
And realistically, you know, as the carnal side of it, on the spiritual side of it, you know, you got Yakalba Page to catch the birds, like we just said. So, you know, really, there's nothing really you should be, you know, really worried about, you know? Like, in that regard, like, the only thing you should be concerning yourself and worrying about is, you know, are you going to be an elect man of the Lord? You know, and the only way you're going to find that out is if you're doing the work and putting that work and effort in. And realistically, what's the point of worrying about that? You know, at that point, you just got to put the work in, you know?
I was saying, the only worry should be is my actions pleasing the Lord.
Exactly.
Right
Yep.
Because if you're in that mind frame, then everything else should be good.
Exactly.
You know.
Yep,
Then
and if you're worried about whether or not your actions are pleasing the Lord, what does that mean? You gotta do more.
That's right.
It just means just do more. Then.
That's right.
It's Scripture talking about how you can never do enough.
That's right.
You know.
We keep on reading verse 30.
Come on.
All right. It says this is Matthew 6:30 in the NLT. It says, if the Most High cares so wonderfully for his wildflowers that are here today and thrown in the fire tomorrow,
Yep.
he will certainly care for you. Why do you have so little faith?
Yep.
So it says, so don't worry about all these things, saying, what will I eat? What will I drink? What will I wear? These things dominate. These things dominate the thoughts of the unbelievers.
Yeah.
These things dominate the thoughts of the unbelievers. It's a heavy statement.
That's right. But your heavenly Father already knows all your needs.
Yep.
Seek the kingdom of the Most High above all these and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need.
Yeah. You know, the Lord says what? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Yep.
Right? Right? So we know that the Lord is, when you go into one, is kasar, which going to the be without, our lack. We ain't gonna lack. No, the Lord is there to take care of us because we're his flock, right?
Yep.
It says in Psalms 107:41, it says, yet setteth he the poor on high from affliction, and he maketh him families like a flock. You know, and we know if we're the flock, the Lord as a shepherd is going to tend and make sure his flock get fed and protected.
That's right.
You know, so we don't got to worry about nothing. You know? Yeah, we don't. Kind of. Yep. Next preset. Next preset.
Yeah, the times that we're living in, there's not anything you could do carnally to make it. I don't care how much you prepare. I don't care how much of a survivalist you think you are, how much of a hunter you may be, how many skills you think you have acquired, how much money you got. None of that shit matters. Daniel 12:1 tells you plainly that the times we're coming into, it's not going to be comparable to any disaster or any judgment that has ever happened prior or happened before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to take a next level of faith just to really fully acclimate to what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
It's going to take faith, not an abundance of substance, not physical gain.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't, what the fuck is that going to do? Is any amount of riches you have going to deliver you from thermonuclear destruction? Brothers got to start watching them damn survival shows.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you got a show called Alone. A lot of times they're basically out there in Alaska in different remote locations, and one of the hardest things is finding a reliable food source that'll carry them out to the 100-day mark. And guess what? You know what the common denominator is? Is even if they're able to find animals to hunt and trap, if they're able to find game, if they're able to fish, you know what the hardest part is? Storing the food. They could have the food and a wild animal come and take it from them. They can store the food that have mice shit all over the food. You can have a supply of fish, right? And different varieties of meat. or even berries, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if those other animals come and taint it, you can't eat that shit.
Yep.
So you could put all the effort into trapping this game, catching those fish, foraging, they call forage, all right? Getting berries and leaves and herbs. If another animal comes and they either take it from you or taint it, you're fucking assed out.
Yep.
You have nothing. And that's if you can even get any access to those things. Because oftentimes you run into the predators that are also hunting for the berries, for the game, and for the fish. You're up against bears,
Yes.
wolves.
Yep. Spirit. Yep.
Okay? Even these birds, some of these birds are very predatorial and territorial. They'll come in there and just fucking start attacking shit.
Yep.
I'm talking, they're not big birds. I'm talking small birds will tear you shit up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we had to operate completely on faith.
That's right.
You know?
Well, even in the sense of, because it was beautiful you said that's a spirit, because I was thinking, this is one, I forget, it was a show, basically the dude, he caught a deer. You know, it wasn't a big deer, it was like it was the doe.
Right.
He did what he did, so now he's carrying it back to camp on his back. So he's carrying it, and slowly in the background, you see a fucking pack of wolves just following his ass, man. Mind you, he's noticing, so he's just picking up the pace and shit, trying to get back to the cabin, you know?
Right.
The wolves is picking up pace, and now he's like, oh, fuck. He got to throw the fucking deer off his back and then fight the fucking wolves.
Right.
And then the wolves end up getting his shit anyway, man.
Right.
You know?
I seen this Edomite, he was hunting a moose. And he was across the river, and he was trying to call, use noises, try to call the moose. So he came closer to shore, right? That moose looked back at this nigga and just trotted off. Imagine you starving and you watching your food roll off. And you can't do shit about it because the river's too fucking, there's sub-zero temperatures. You can't cross the river. You have no raft. And you watching what would have otherwise been pounds of meat. Just look back at your ass and trot off.
You know, and the how fast, moose can trot, because one Edomite, he was riding in his speedboat in Alaska.
Right.
The speedboat was fucking flying, going at least at minimum 30. The moose was moving like it wasn't in a full trot.
Well, no, this moose was just taking his good old time. He said, "You ain't crossing this river, nigga.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing," and just walked off.
Same thing with the.
And he's starving. This dude, this Edomite, he's starving. He had to just watch the game that he was hunting. Just walk right into the other opposite side of the woods. You know?
At first, I thought you was talking about the video.
No. I'm
bear
still
too.
I'm still on that series called Alone.
Yeah, I gotta watch it now.
Which is all about survival. Building a suitable shelter, because they put them people on remote parts of Alaska right before the winter time. So they spend a good amount of time preparing before the winter. But then when the winter comes, they're talking negative degrees. Sub-zero temperatures at times, to the point where these rivers they freeze over. If they were fishing for a certain amount of time, now they got to dig through the ice to fish. And they basically hunting everything. All right, non-kosher shit and everything.
That's right.
Just to try to survive. So these are experienced individuals. All right, some of these people are repeat contestants too, and they still be tapping out because you know why? Because even though they're trying to survive, you know what they be thinking about? Their families, their wives, their kids. You got two grown-ass men on the recent season crying about their mother. I don't know what my mother's doing right now. She could be sick, dying. And they all competing for $500,000, $1 million, $500,000. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So it goes to show you, you know, in these times, man, you can't afford to have attachments. Because that's their downfall. They could be doing an excellent job in everything else, but their attachments are their downfall. Right? That's not to say that we don't have love for our family and all that, but the scriptures tell you very clearly, right, that if you're a soldier for Yahushua, you can't afford to be entangled. Right? That's not to say you're not going to have, right, a care for them. It's just it can't take precedence. All right? Of course, we want to take care of our families. We want to, you know, see them be delivered. But Yahweh Shema Shai has always got to be that first priority. But these people, they can go well in, you know, 30 days, a month. They go and now all of a sudden they're just by themselves, like the show says, alone. They just alone with their thoughts. And them thoughts just be eating away at them. And they fucking break down, you know what? I gotta tap out. And they be tapping out. Because the thought of what's happening to their family. And that's kind of heavy. Because remember, we don't know where we're going to be when this thing, when all hell's breaking loose. Mm-hmm. You know? So what's going to be your priority? Brother read it earlier, Isaiah 33:6. That knowledge and wisdom is going to be stability at thy times. And the strength of thy salvation, right? The fear of the Lord. See, we understand that in this life, everything is counted as a loss. We want to see these things preserved. But what comes before all else has to be Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Has to be our integrity. Has to be the faith. Mm-hmm. You know? So I know you raising your hand over there. I
got a precept real quick.
Okay. All right. Go ahead real quick.
Yeah. This is
Where this shit come out, bro?
No, come on.
Money coming, bro.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 13. It says, "For what man is he that can know the counsel of the Most High, or who can think what the will of the Lord is? For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain."
And that's the thing. You know, the Lord gave us enough insight for us to hopefully secure our salvation so as long as we endure. But we got to continually put Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai first. That's the most important thing. Okay? The most important thing is not necessarily your family. It's not your children. It's not your woman. Right? Look, the disciples, they approached Yahweh Shai and said, hey, we've given up all. What? Matthew 19:27. What shall we basically be given in return? Because at the end of the day, we're all sacrificing. Right now. Brothers got women, children, right? Jobs. We out here doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai because honestly, that's the best thing you can do is to serve the Lord and put him first. If you want those things to be preserved, then you put Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai first, not the other way around. That's the beauty of this thing. All right? Putting the Lord first is what's going to secure your family. You know?
That's right.
But we don't know the will of the Lord. We don't know exactly, okay, the Lord, he going to put you through this, brother, you know, and that thing, and, you know, you're going to have to. No, we don't know none of that. So it's miserable because it's like, man, shit, what am I going to have to go through? But the thing of it is, you got to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You got to remember the scriptures, and you can't get tied up and wrapped up in all of that. Because as a carnal man, you could easily let the troubles of this life, okay, and the cares of this life weigh down on you when that's not the focus. You have to learn to adjust. You have to learn to adapt. The most important thing is investing in this ministry, investing in this truth, and holding fast to faith. That's really what's going to secure our family and our children. Go ahead. I know the brother. I guess you want to make a point. You want to bring it back.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and 13. For what man is he that can know the counsel of the Most High? Or who can think what the will of the Lord is? For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain.
Yeah, and remember, like that word devices, when you look into it, basically this like means like schemes or plots or like your plan. So your plan is like, yeah, it's uncertain, man. Like you really don't know what really is going to behold of your plan. It's uncertain. No matter how much you plan things out, it's uncertain. So.
Right. The thing of it is for the Lord's hopeful elect. We have an expectation.
Yeah.
Right? We're not all saddened because we might lose. We just understand that there is a possibility that the Lord might require certain things from us. He did it from the men of old. What makes us any different? So that means that there's a level of seriousness to this that you can't undermine. You can't neglect that there is a severity, okay, when it comes to serving the Lord, because the Lord might require certain things of you. But are we hopeful? Of course. That's why you got to put those cares and those burdens on Yahalba Shemi. Don't get caught up in the physical things, the things that we see with our eyes, the thoughts that you might have concerning your family or your children or certain unforeseen set of circumstances, right? Because we don't know exactly everything that the Lord might put in our walk. Sure. But we still can prepare for it spiritually and still have a mind to adapt and adjust, just as the men that came before us did. That's right. We can't completely rule out the fact that the Lord might take certain things away, but that means we move with a greater sense of seriousness, commitment.
That's right.
And investing full trust in Yahalba Shemi, knowing that that's already accounted for. Even though we might, get in our minds at times about certain concerns that we have.
Well, that's a part of investment.
We still, have to learn to put our faith in Yahalba Shemi and realize that, okay, yes, that's a concern, but the ministry comes first. The body comes first. This truth comes first.
I might have to check the feed real quick. It's still going?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. We were saying that's the qualities of a good investor. This is an investment we took forth through the Spirit of the Lord, and we know that at any time things can go up, things can go down, and things can happen. But I wanted to read this one scripture. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. Therefore, thus saith Yahalba, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. My servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing of joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and for howl for vexation of spirit. And these are the things that we're looking forward to. The Lord said that way He's going to provide for us. Brothers bring on different accounts where the Lord provide for them. Out of the blue. The angel had something pop up. The angel had something arrive and shit, man. I know. For example, I know last night I tried to go on the train. Realized shit, I left my card. And I talked to the guy, the one conductor dude. I'm like, hey, bro, I left my card at the crib. He was like, don't even worry about it. Guy comes around with a scanner. He scans everybody else's card, looks at me, gives me a head nod. Now, mind you, this is a totally different conductor. They didn't speak.
Was it that white ball?
I don't know, but
yeah.
but this was you know, he was a Jake though. He was a Jake. He looked
Yeah, I
at
know.
me, mind you. These two conductors didn't even speak about me because I spoke to one.
Yeah.
He didn't speak to the other one.
Yeah.
He came around with his little beeper
Yeah.
for the cards. He came up to me. I was like, damn. I was about to tell him, but he just gave me a fist bump. I was like, what's going on, brother? And then passed on to the next person. I was like, hey, this is the spirit of the Lord, man. You know. That was Yakalba Page because I needed to get the fuck home. It was fucking snowing last night. It was fucking cold.
It was
And
snowing.
shit. But that was the Lord providing a way, you know, when all odds basically seemed against me and shit, man. You know? So it's gonna be the same thing for these times with the elect. He said, what? In that time you're gonna eat. But these people who didn't want to commit to the Lord, who didn't want to turn back to the Yakalba Page, guess what? They're gonna be hungry. You gonna have something to drink. These people gonna be thirsty. You gonna have a place to lay your head. These motherfuckers are gonna be ass out in the streets and stuff, man. You know, you're gonna be calling and praising Yakalba Page, where everybody else is gonna be ripping out their hair like, oh, Seminole, you know, all fucked up, man. While you're praising Yakalba Page with a nice ass hot plate of fucking jerk chicken or some shit, man. You know, because the Lord is not just the Lord always go above and beyond for His servants. So best believe, expect that above and beyond when all hell breaks loose, man. You know, not only just for the delivering you out of a crazy situation, but for your simple needs, like the brother said, your food, your raiment, your water, all that shit, man. You know, hot cakes just popping up and shit, man. You know, these are the things that the Lord has done for His men in the past that He's gonna do for His men in the near future, man.
Oh yeah, we might not even have an appetite, bro.
Hey, the Lord can suppress that shit, yeah.
The reason why you have an appetite right now because you got fucking parasites in you. So you have these cravings for food. But once you start doing like intermittent fasting and fasting, and you get those parasites out your system, you don't have no cravings for food anymore.
Hey, the Lord can do that. You go fucking. The Lord give you a hot ass, them hot ass place we talk about. Next thing you'd be like Elijah and go fucking 40 days without food after that. Off of that, those 3 hot places, the Lord's like, you go to sleep, you wake up, there's another plate, go to sleep again. Fuck it, there's another plate, and then the angel might pop up and say, hey, bro, you gotta go, you gotta get up, you know, and you go about your, your little journey for fucking 40 days, and who knows, man, you know. But that's the time that we're looking forward to.
Yep.
That's all I have, bro.
Yeah. I'm not having it.
Let's go back to I was reading earlier. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 15. It says, for the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weighed down the mind that museth upon many things.
Because the mind will fuck you up, man. You know, if you dwell on something too long, your thoughts can really trap you up. Man. So if you don't rely on your Yakalba Page and cast those thoughts, literally you can drive yourself insane over something. You know, your damn woman leaves you and shit. Jake don't be just thinking I can get another goddamn woman and shit. Jake be all why should leave, man? Driving himself mentally insane, man. You know. You lost your job. Instead of going out there, shalom, you know, instead of going out there and trying to look for another one, you know, or you might be looking for another one, but you might be stressing you the fuck out. Hey, man, you gotta stop stressing out and just rely on the Lord, man. You know what? I'm gonna try my hardest on my end. Pray to the Lord. I know the Lord gonna make something shake, and the Lord gonna make something shake, man. Because now you put His name out there. You know. It's basically like oh, he trusted me, like your woman saying that she trusted in you. You go all out for that woman and shit, you know. So stay in the Lord. You know, we're like the woman to the Lord. We're saying, yeah, Lord, fuck it, I don't got nothing else. I'm gonna let you handle the whole situation. The Lord is like, all right, bet. I already had something in the cut for you and shit. You know, this is what we got. This is the mind frame that we're gonna have in these times. Is to know that the Lord got something for you. You just gotta wait for Him to show it to you. You know.
Yep. Read that over. It says, for the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weighed down the mind that museth upon many things.
If I'm not mistaken, basically, there's things that I do that I don't want to do, and things that I do that I don't do that I want to do. So your spirit wants to do right, or your spirit wants to wants certain things or wants to even have more faith, because these people in the world, Jake want to believe in the power, man, you know, but the situation that they're in right now, and the Lord has put them in for their wickedness, it's going to cause them to stop believing in the Lord, man. Or if they believe in the power, it's going to cause them to stop, because they're in his bodies and they're subject to sin, okay? And the Lord didn't give them that gift of faith, which is only going to be for the elect in these times, man. You know, out here, us what brothers doing right now, people looking at us driving by looking like we're fucking maniacs, man. You know, it's going to be 18 degrees when the sun goes down tonight, and you got some brothers in different cities that are going to still be out there when the sun goes down. They're looking at those men as fucking maniacs, man. But ultimately, we have the faith of Yakalba Page, man. Yeah.
Yeah, back in Romans 7 and 14, it says, "For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, so unto sin." It says, "For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that I do. Then, if then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that is good. Now that is no more I do it, but sin that dwelleth in me." So we're in these weak, fleshly bodies, and they got an insatiable appetite to be pleased and push you towards weakness. You know what I mean? But we following after the spirit. We walk after the spirit, not after the flesh. You know what I mean? That's how you defeat the weakness of the flesh, is through the spirit. See, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing.
Once you realize that because there's a balance to it and stuff. Once you realize that your actions in the law is not going to deliver you, then all your faith is in Yakalba Page at the end of the day. Your faith is in the Lord Yakalba Page. Okay? You got these other camps that push the law. Mind you, it's been being brought out that they're breaking the law anyway. So you got to say you're justified by the law, but guess what? You're going to have to suffer the curse of the law. You know, them judgments. Whole time, yeah, we exercise as much as possible of the law, but we know the law is not going to deliver us. We know that our faith in Yakalba Page is what's going to deliver us in these times. You know, so that's why we push. You know, here at Great Millstone, we push faith at an all-time high. That's the forefront of everything that we're talking about, is to have faith in the Lord through the Jacob's trouble, all the things, the famines, the pestilence, the martial law. At the forefront of it, you need and have to have faith. If you don't, you will not survive in these times.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all.
It.
Verse 16, Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 16. "And hardly do we guess aright at things that are upon earth, and with labor do we find the things that are before us. But the things that are in heaven, who has searched out? And thy counsel who have known, except thou give wisdom, and send thy Holy Spirit from above. For so the ways of them which live on the earth were reformed, and men were taught the things that are pleasing unto thee, and were saved through wisdom."
Fear the Lord. Yep. Fear the Lord, that is wisdom. You know? And departing from evil, that is understanding. So that's what's going to keep us in that time, is the fear of Yakalba Page. But you have to have faith to fear the Lord in the first place. And you got to believe that he is. You know? He is a rewarder of those that do evil and those that do good. You know? If you do evil, you're going to get that wicked reward. You know? If you do evil, you're going to get that righteous. It's like if you do righteousness, you're going to do that. You're going to get that righteous reward, man. You know? Plain and simple. But you have to believe that the power Yahweh, he is, man. He exists to do these things.
Yeah.
And last few precepts, wrap up around 2:30.
Son.
Precept.
I got precept.
Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. "Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." You know, so when you go into the word spirit, it simply means to be exposed or to be brought forth or published. Almost like a man and a woman, you know, coming together, you know, to form something new, that creation, which is the child. Because when you go into the word child, it simply means to be, it simply means creation. Okay? Essentially, when the man and the woman comes together, that masculine and that feminine, they create something new. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna follow, you as a man is not gonna follow your child. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna follow the ones that made you. Which in this case, Yakalba Page is the ones that created us. So we walk through the spirit. We see things through the spirit, not the flesh, because the spirit, before things happen in the flesh, it's happened in the spirit already. It's been written in the spirit. You know? So we don't move in the way of the flesh, but rather the spirit, because the spirit is where it starts from. That's right. So the things that you may think of, that you may want to do, you know what I'm saying, the spirit, you may be getting held back by the flesh because you may not even be strong enough. But the Lord isn't dealing with weak men. He's dealing with strength, strong men. So you're supposed to overcome those temptations and those tests. Temptations, aka tests, that is being thrown at you.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right,
It's to
which
build
means that
us
you
up.
got to go through stuff.
That's right.
Right.
You don't just sit there hoping that you're gonna one day get strong enough to be able to take on all that you're going through, because that's not how strength is built.
That's right.
That's not how you build strength on a physical level or a mental level. And of course that
Definitely
leads
spiritual.
exactly. Do you build strength by sitting down on the goddamn fucking weight bench, hoping that you can fucking bench 200? No. You got to incrementally go through the different weight level.
That's right.
Got to have proper form. If you do it right, you're gonna get sore as hell. You don't have to wait a few, days.
Nurse your body up again.
Yeah.
Diet.
Make sure you eat the right amount of proteins, the right amount of carbohydrates, right? Healthy fats. Make sure you got the distribution levels accurate.
That's right.
Cater to your body's needs and to your goals.
This is a good diet right here.
That's it.
That's the diet. That's all the nutrients you need right there.
Can you get that? Wisdom of Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon.
8. Should be Wisdom of Solomon 8. You can read down, 1 down. Let's get some last few precepts. We're gonna wrap up early today. Cold as hell. Come on.
Real quick, this Exodus chapter 16:1, it says, and they took their journey, being the children of Israel, from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on that 15th day of the second month after departing out of the land of Egypt. The whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. Then the children of Israel said unto them, would to the Most High we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by fresh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill the whole assembly with hunger. And it says, verse 4, then said Yahweh unto Moses, behold, I rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, and I may prove them whether they walk in my law or no. So, the Lord actually provided, when you go into it, manna, all right, for the children of Israel when they went into the wilderness and such. So the Lord, they didn't know where they was going to get food and stuff. They complained, but the Lord ended up providing. So, hey, in these times, the Lord going to provide for his elect, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to, the elect not going to be complaining like in ancient Egypt with the 2/3 and shit, That's why the 2/3 got to go, man. They're embarrassing, man. The men of the Lord, they're going to have that true faith, man. Like it says, rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom, man. The 1/3, they're not going to have that 2/3 niggerly spirit. They're going to be grateful, man. And that the Lord showed them mercy and grace. And then the elect, they're going to show their works by their faith. Faith without works is dead. We got to show and prove what we do day in and day out.
Yeah. Right? Yep. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I got the Proverbs 9. You want me to just read verse 1? I know them down. Okay. It's Proverbs 9:1. It says, "Wisdom hath built her house. She hath hewed out her 7 pillars. She hath killed her beast. She hath mingled her wine."
Yeah, because the point is, this truth is likened unto a meal. You know? A full course meal. And we got to digest all of this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know? Go ahead.
That's right. It says, she hath also furnished her table. She hath set forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, come and eat my bread and drink my wine which I have mingled.
This is why the scriptures say, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High.
That's right.
We're really living and operating off of the words of Yakalba Page for our nourishment, for our mental health, for our physical health, for everything in between. We are operating off the spirit of Yakalba Page. Because we're going to reach times of uncertainty. Let's call it what it is. We really are. Pursuant to the book of Acts, it says that through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
But we're not without hope. That's the most important thing. We're not without hope. We just know that the Lord might require certain things of us. So we're preparing for that. But we, in that preparation, also have an expectation according to the will of Yakalba Page and the faith that we have.
That's right.
Which is that we'll be delivered, our families will be delivered. There's no alternative, man. Like, there's no fucking plan B.
Yeah.
Yakalba Page is our plan A through, Y. Z. So, we're gonna hold fast to faith, man. As a matter of fact, can a brother get me was it Revelation 3:10? Real quick.
Got it.
So that's enough on that. So just go to show you how important getting this knowledge and wisdom understanding really is.
Revelation 3:10.
Yep.
This is Revelation 3:10, and it reads, it says, because thou hast kept my word, the word of my patience, and I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
So we're hoping that the Lord is going to keep us from the hour of temptation. He's going to keep us from Jacob's trouble. He's going to keep us from all the different trials and ultimately the judgments that are going to happen as a result of the Lord's wrath. We want to be delivered from the Lord's wrath.
That's right.
As the scriptures say, through the terror of the Lord we persuade men.
That's right.
We want to be delivered from these things. Ultimately, we want to be delivered from the second death. Go on.
It says, which shall come upon the whole earth to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold,
So we hoping that when we're faced, with these different decisions that we got to make, that the Lord put the right spirit on us to choose accurately and appropriately. And we standing here boldly claiming that we're not going to take no damn microchip.
That's right.
No matter what it may mean. Right? Even unto death. Go ahead.
It says, verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast.
Hold that fast which thou hast. Hold fast, meaning to retain. Keep within. Keep within.
Right.
Y'all might just be newly coming in and you have the name of Yakalba Page. Guess what? Those are riches.
That's right.
That's not just any old thing. Those are riches. Those are profound, deep, nutritious words.
That's right.
Because just calling on that name alone literally is the difference between life and death.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which
Like
thou-"
Salakia, like you take your base elements. Like you think about a full course meal, right? In a full course meal, you add your salt, your black pepper, your garlic powder, your onion powder, your chili powder. You might add all these different things. But let's say you needed to be healed. What's your key core ingredients? What? Fresh garlic, honey. Because garlic, right? Garlic has all these different benefits. Honey works as an antibacterial. You can take just a few basic ingredients, and guess what? The body is fully nourished, but it's not to be undermined.
That's right.
Just those few ingredients themselves can literally cure you. Well, similarly, and most importantly, just having the name of Yakalba Shai can literally cure you.
That's right.
It'd be like taking a garlic clove or taking a little bit of honey,
That's right.
right? Which is what this truth is likened onto, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, hold that fast which thou hast, that no
Right.
man take thy crown.
Right. So you don't want to be deprived of what would otherwise been for your benefit, which was ultimately your salvation.
That's right.
Right? So you gotta be faithful, you gotta be committed, and you gotta know what you're involved in ultimately.
What sacrifice are you making?
Right. You gotta count the costs. Right?
That's right.
So anybody else got anything?
I got an example.
Okay.
This is John 14 and 12, and this is in red letters. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me.
Right. It's like, yeah, we can't count the cost for you. I can't tell you what it is that you need to specifically do to please the Lord.
Yep.
You need to work that out with Yakalba Shai yourself.
Right.
Oh, well, what do you think I listen,
We don't
every man is responsible for working out their own salvation with fear and trembling. We can advise you, we can give you the right precepts, but it's according to the application that the Lord requires you as an individual. That's something you need to pray on or fast about if it requires it. You need to do your due diligence. Okay? That's between you and the Most High. Because not everybody's walk is the same. Go ahead.
Again, John 14 and 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do. The Lord walked on water. He healed the deaf. That's where our families come in.
Heal the sick.
The sick, I'm sorry.
Made multitudes of food, you know.
Yep.
Like,
Multiply the food,
yep.
which is beneficial to our families, even to the brotherhood. And we got a clear example. We're giving up stuff by a brother to each one of us. Small little example, but that's how it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I go unto my Father, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. If you're here working for him, he's going to tell the Lord. There is no work that's going to go in vain, if anything. We come out here and look crazy to these people, but we don't even care what we look like to them at all. We're storing up treasures in heaven. It doesn't look like anything, but anything that's small to us is so big. And we know it. We know it for a fact. So, yep. That's part of our faith. Believing in the Lord like we're supposed to. That was it on it.
That's it. All right. So we're going to say Panya Hakwadam, face the east. We're going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakmadash.
Of course, double honors unto our elders and apostles of the millstone. And salutation and shalom to all the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Get this bread.